calling all big buck enthusiasts. What's up? I'm Matt Drury, and boy, do we have a doozy of a cutting room floor for you tonight. I'm talking 1, 2, 3 separate hunts with an eye candy extravaganza of absolute tanks. First up, we're getting spooky with Old Man Winter and Cameraman Forrest as the two try their luck on a Halloween sit. Then, after flying back home from a successful Texas takedown, Wade is hitting the muddy blind to burn off his last Iowa tag. With a bounty of potential shooters, let's find out if the classic Wade and Mark combo can make it happen.
Here we go. We're on a dome mission this evening, which is not a surprise or a shock. So Forrest's got his bow, I've got mine, and hopefully we'll have a little luck tonight.
Phase 5, high anticipation. Taylor killed a beautiful 10-point, Wade killed a beautiful 8-point, and Terry's still on doe patrol, but the encounters he's having that we would have loved to have put in the show and didn't have time for, here they are on the cutting room floor.
Sharp tines, tall rack. Yeah, he's all bristled up. He's coming this way. Of course. He looks forward to me. Yeah. He's definitely one we want to kill. Freaking yards. He's a good one to kill. Yeah. Oh, shit. Well, we had this buck come out earlier. So he came in and he was really on edge. Got the window down. And he just never offered me a good shot, so there's a lot of season left. Maybe he'll come back, you never know.
All right, even though they didn't manage to lay anything on the ground, that's what I would call a successful night of trick-or-treating. Up next, Wade and Mark are flying back into Iowa to catch some late Phase 5 action. Can Wade fill that last tag?
It's really cold.
Feels
42.
good though. Feels real good.
West wind, kind of overcast. So, seems like that rain just won't let us be. Followed us in Texas. Now it's back here in the Midwest.
All right, we had fun in the Lone Star State. Taylor killed her buck, Wade killed his buck. He's still got an Iowa tag. Wade's up to bat, I'm behind the camera, and Iowa never disappoints. Check out these encounters that did not make the show. There are a few giants that are starting to show up.
Man, what an awesome buck. We encountered that buck a few phases back whenever we were hunting dozer. It's a cool deer. Nice wide frame on him. He needs a few years though. Awesome buck. Of age, but it's nice to be back in Iowa. Good stuff here. November the 4th. Awesome.
You know, within DeerCast, you have the ability to change the peak estrus state because it is based around our 13 phases, and then it interprets the 13 different weather variables in your area. So regardless of where you're at, you can change the peak estrus. That's exactly what I do for the great state of Texas. I change my peak estrus date there where I hunt to about November 24th, so it does slide the phases for us just a little bit. I think that's why you see us have so much luck in the Midwest and then hit those same phases down there in Texas.
Here we are. We just climbed up into the Omega lift system with the penthouse on top, and first movement of the night. Historically great activity during the rut, so we're really looking forward to this. We got a couple different shooters on camera, so fingers crossed that one of them will walk this beautiful trail right to us. It's just beautiful. Awesome. He come in, had a couple does out on the field. He come in and started nudging them around a little bit. Awesome way to start it off.
You know, because we use that Can-Am to drag all the deer out, depending on where they're at, and it seems like we can go just about anywhere because of their mobility and their versatility. There are times when we're to the point now where we'll actually let the motor running. You know, if we're sitting there and we're getting ready to go do something, or the deer's laying there, we're using that Can-Am as a deterrent, which I know that sounds a little odd, but we've done it in the past.
Well, if you get a deer, say you've hit him, and you go to DeerCast track and it says, you know what, you need to give this deer 4, 5, 6 hours, you're falling into the cover of darkness, and you're like, what if the coyotes get to him and ruin my deer? Well, Tom Word did this with a tractor last year, and I think you could do it with your Can-Am or whatever you want to do it with. Get it in the general vicinity, and it's going to scare away a lot of those coyotes, and at the same point, not scare your deer because they're much more tolerant to lights on, vehicle running, get it in the general area, and then you slip out the other way.
It's kind of crazy how many different uses you can come up with for that Can-Am.
Just the 3-year-old. Just a 3. Big in the brush. She's going to be a giant someday. It's interesting to see their demeanor.
Yeah.
Hopefully it switches tomorrow.
Yeah, whenever the sun pops out, clear skies. Tonight they're just kind of walking kind of slow, but they did move pretty decent. That's a nice 3.5-year-old, maybe in a couple years.
Yeah, he's back. I remember from last year. I've been looking for him all year. Yeah, always a giant.
I couldn't see him. We had another giant buck come out of the standing corn. I didn't get a really good look at him, but Laura got some pretty good footage of him. It was awesome. They're cruising.
I mean, he's big. He's big.
What an awesome way to wrap it up here in Phase 5. Great evening here in Iowa.
Night after night of massive Iowa encounters, after already bringing down a Texas brute, I have to admit, I'm a little bit jealous. That's all for this week's Cutting Room Floor, but make sure to stay tuned for the next episode right here on DoD TV. We're adding new videos every week, so make sure to click that subscribe button and check out all of our amazing content. This episode of DoD TV was brought to you by MOTV. For full episodes of 13 and all of our Outdoor Channel content, head over to the MOTV app and view it today.